Okay, well, hello everyone on YouTube. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It is Friday. We made it through the week, and God bless the people who went through everything they went through this week with the hurricane down in Florida and the aftermath in North Carolina. And so today we actually have a little sun starting to come out. So I thought I would jump on here and start my next blanket with you. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. What we do is we focus on creating with all recycled materials, supplies, and anything else that we can think of that is recycled. And if you're new, if you're coming on board, thank you for coming, for being on board. And if you're coming back, thank you for coming back. I have to get all that appreciation out there first because it's because of you that I am able to keep going here. So I have a couple of bins. You see this bin right behind me. We're going to go through this in about a second. And I do have my coffee because this time of morning I'm still running. My voice still is out the window. So we will go through the yarn and select it. And then I'm just going to show you, in case you don't know how to start a granny square, we'll start the blanket together. So with that, first of all, I have a number of crochet hooks and all different sizes. These were gifted me actually for a Christmas gift one year from a very dear friend. This is a couple number of years ago now. It's amazing where time goes. But what I had first, I'm just going to show you these. These are ergonomical. If you look at the handles, these are ergonomical. They're very easy to hold, and there's a substantial handle that makes them easy to hold. So let me just put here, good morning, and it is still morning. Actually, it's noon, but some places it could still be morning. So now these are my crochet hooks that look, some of these are like 20, some of these 20, some of these are older. Size of that one. That's like a broomstick type size crochet. So these are the typical ones that I use, but these I am using more and more. The handle is easy to hold on to. So today I'm just going to take out a J, and this is, let's see here. Yeah, this is a J hook. This is the size I'm going to use today, and I'll leave the other one out and a couple of these smaller ones. So we'll put these back. So wanted to show you that because those are ergonomical, and they are the handles have the different colors on them, which is wonderful because if you're just starting to crochet, then you can very easily identify which ones are your smaller ones, because this, if you take a look at it, this is a small. Let's see, it doesn't have, oh, it does. This is I think this is an E. So no, it's a B. This is a B. So it's a 2.5. So, but look, then you pick up a larger one and you can see the difference in the handles. So that's a really nice way for someone who is just learning their crochet to figure out what's what. So I just want to show you this blanket. So this blanket, okay, it only came out 30 by 30. However, we ran out of a yarn that really we could continue with, that would make it look, continue to make it look beautiful. But something I want to point out in the middle, um, let's see here. Hold it up so you can see the middle. So the middle here, right here. This is see the small little circle there? That is chain 5, and that was a larger hook. We used 11 and a half. So, you can do 4, 5, or 6. I've seen people do 6. You can make your circle whatever size you want, and then you can always pull it and like, you can leave the tail and pull it and make it tighter after you get all of your double crochets on there. So that's one little tip. And okay, so now I have started out with a scarf. I'm going to tell you something. It's been quite chilly here um, in Vermont, and being in an apartment building, our heat is not on yet. So I've had this. However, we now have a heater set up, so we are good to go. And today, on top of it, it's supposed to get warmer. So, but that's why you see me kind of throwing the scarves and the some sweaters. But we're only on October 11th, so I'm sure by November 11th it'll be a different story. It probably won't be 60 degrees out anymore. However, so with that, so this is the first bin I wanted to go through. And I didn't want to, well, look, first of all, this is what I have left for the chenille. Now, all these were gifted me. So, okay, look at these are gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Now, there's no label with it, but these are in beautiful shape. There's no odor or anything like that, and they've been kept. I've been keeping these actually in my bins in the drawers. So they've been totally protected and fine. I could make a blanket. I could make a granny square using both of these colors. It would make a really wonderful country type of I mean, this is lovely. This is teal and brown. So this is classic. So we could use these two, but I don't think that's the next one I'm doing. So I just want to show you that because I'm not convinced that I'll have enough there. And I'm not convinced yet with these. These are beige, blue, and white. These are lovely. But I'll keep my eye open at the thrift shops and or at the craft stores if there are a sale on something that is similar to the weight. Because this is another small blanket. Now, I could do a little blanket and a hat for a child, right? With the no, probably don't even have enough for that. But anyway, this is a small project, so we know that. Um, so what I'm thinking is whatever I start with, I want to be able to have some yarn right now on hand that I can continue the blanket with because or it could end up another small blanket. There's nothing wrong with small blankets, right? Um, Kids and adults both love small blankets, whether you're sitting on the couch or you're sitting outside on the porch, whatever. Now, what I was thinking is this one. Now, this was just gifted to me. I'm going to move that over there. I just love this. Take a look at that. This is gives me an Aztec feel. Just the colors give me a Native American vibe. So this has so many colors in it that if I run out, like, and it ends up it's really too small, I want to continue, I want to give it a border. There's enough colors in this, I could border it with red, black, white. I could even, what I'm thinking, maybe as I'm going along, I could stop. Let's say I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say I do about 6 rounds of granny square, making the granny square and stop. And then I take this black this is, I don't know what that is on that. Oh, you know what that is? That's because I cut a piece of fabric. Go figure. But this is, black and it's soft. So wanna make sure that so that would make a nice, in between rows, um, so that would right there. And that's kinda what I want. I wanna be able to have something that's going to allow me to make at least a 40 by 40. So I'm thinking of starting with this one today. So we're gonna put that here for a moment, put that over here. Now, this is soft. This is even softer, okay? But check this out. Look, this is I love this. Now, I'm thinking, let me just take a look here. I don't yeah, this isn't going to now you could be as creative as you want. Now there is the only similarities between these two are the red and the yellow. The red and the yellow and teal is pretty close. Okay, those are the similarities. This then has the green, and this has does not. So I could play around with mixing these two. It would be a real work on the eyes. However, this one is so I don't know. I'm not going to get 40 by 40 out of this. I'm not going to get 40 by 40 out of this, but I will get a significant amount. So the trick is how do we stretch them out? So anyway, let me just put these to the side for the moment and see what else we have in here that's soft. Okay, now friend of mine, and I showed you this one, shared this. Okay, I could probably get a 40 by 40 out of this. Pretty darn close. Um, and I don't know if I have any. This is kind of like that game matching matching cards. But would any of these this isn't half bad. This could be an in-between row. The brown could be a border or in between row. That would make a lovely fall. Um, this is a lot of yarn here. I'm keeping this. This totally we're gonna make a blanket to donate. Now, we now have Florida. We now have Florida to consider. And I'm gonna tell you what I normally do is I donate through the year as like I clean out my bins. I donate to the thrift shops, okay? I do this as a regular basis. People give to me, I find things at the thrift shop, I get really good deals, and I'm like, you give back for sure, right? You give back, you clean out. However, I am coming to the conclusion that I'm feeling like I really want to add to my scheduling of um, creating to donate to these different states getting hit, you know, because it doesn't take a lot of time to whip up a granny square blanket. So that's kind of where I'm at in my thoughts. You want to come along with me? Come along with me, and I'll let you know when I'm creating something specific to donate. And of course, I do projects to, bring to the store to sell or the craft show. However, donating is becoming more and more important, more and more specifically to these places, right? And so I think that's kind of where I'm heading. Anyway, hello. So as soon as I say hello, the visitor who was there. Anyway, I'm just gonna say hello in general to everybody. Okay, so we have that. Now, I also have this, and I think this was also gifted to me. So I'm going to tell you, there's not a heck of a lot here. However, look, it would be a perfect in between granny square border. So I do have the red, so I could do that. I'm kind of tempted to start with this one today. Now the weight is slightly more than this, just slightly. Looks like somebody was gonna start something. They never started it, and that was not ripped out. That's in, like, perfect condition. So look, the red would complement, this one too. So, let's see here. Um, this I also get the feel with this of kind of like, maybe more of a Floridian type of, so maybe this one will go to Florida when we do that. Okay, now look, I have much more yarn. I just kind of want to show some of these to you. So we've got all the chenilles here, and I have this is a very soft, okay? This is soft, and it says soft on it, loops and threads. I don't know if that was given to me or if I bought it. I don't know. But look, I have a dark yellow. This is my favorite type of yellow. To me, this is the best type of yellow because you can get yellow that is has white in it for base, or you can get yellow that has like the orange and the red, and that's kind of what this is. It's gorgeous. And then there's this a little bit darker orange. So this would these would also make a lovely blanket. So and then I have some thick yarn that we're going to make some um coffee warmers with and coasters. So okay. So with that, I think what we're going to do, and I would love to hear from you if anyone's out there and you there's a certain yarn you liked better, um, let me know. So I think what I'll do, because this is lovely. I feel like I want to start with this one to donate this one, but the problem is, look, this is going to take me about an hour to get that all cleaned up. So I love that yarn. We're going to work with it. But I think today, right now, what we're going to do is just start right with our this beautiful yarn here because it's not too tangled. Now, yes, I used 11 and a half on this blanket that we did recently. If I was going with the chenille right here with this one I may make for Florida because it's I was gonna say red, white, and blue, but it's beautiful. Um, okay, so and actually the person who gave me this will be the Florida blanket because the person who gave me this vacays in Florida. So okay. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. And I'm going to unwrap this and hopefully I don't get any okay. This is what you gotta do before you start. Now they are making yarns where um you can it's not going to tangle. They're non-tangle. The way they wrap them and get them ready for sale, they are non-tangle. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here so I can pull it easily and we're going to start. Okay, so um okay, and I am using a J hook. I'm going to use a J hook. Now, I am going to work this over on TikTok too. And so we'll do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that today or not, but we'll be doing TikTok pretty soon. So, okay. So what you want to do, like I said, you can do 4, 5, or 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your chain. 5. That's it. Do your little slip stitch. This is how I do it. Okay. And then you're going to do 3. You're going to do chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now that counts as your first double crochet. And then you're going to do a double crochet. So do one double crochet and two double crochet. Okay. So the concept is 3 double crochet in a row and your little chains there count. So you're done with the chain now. Okay. So now you're just going to do 1, 2 chain. And now you're going to go into your middle of your circle and you're going to do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. And because what you want is 4 sets of these 3 double crochets. And then there's your third double crochet. Okay? So that's coming along. You can see. I'll turn it this way. Okay? Now we're going to do 1, 2, and now we're starting our third set of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And that is my third set of 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to do a chain 2, 1, 2. And here is my fourth set of 3 double crochets. The fun part of doing this when you have variegated yarn is seeing how it all comes out. And I'm going to chain 2. I'm doing a slip stitch at the very top of this right here. I'm doing a little slip stitch. Now, some people might turn it around and start doing their sets of double crochets in the little space right there. And you can do that because the concept is you're going to have your chain over your 3 double crochets. And then in your space, that's where you're going to begin your 2 sets of 3 double crochets. So I'm going to simply do a chain and I'm going to start 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do a chain, 2 chains, 1, 2. In the same space, I'm going in to do 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now you're starting to get a little corner. So I'm going to do chain 2, 1, 2, and I'm looking for my next space between my little clusters of sets of 3 double crochet. And whoops, and you got to be careful here. Look what I almost did. I may have caught myself, right? But look, I almost went in that space. And if you're talking like I am, you can easily do things like that. So if you do, then you want to come back, of course, and catch it before it goes too. So there's another set of 3 double crochet, and I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to make another set. Now, once you have your corners with your 2 sets of 3 double crochets, you use that as a guide straight through your blanket, okay? In between those little clusters of sets of 2, you'll just be focusing on 3 double crochets, like 1 set of 3 in the space. So, and I'll show you in a moment. 1, 2. So we did our chain 2, and now we're going to our last space over here. Okay, that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3. And I'm chaining 2, 1, 2. I'm staying in my space. Look how pretty this is. This couldn't come out any more adorable and perfectly almost matched. if I was cutting the yarn. I mean, I don't know how they do that, but it just somehow. Okay, so anyway, now it is going to yellow, but still, it was all orange. It was just adorable. Okay, so I chain two, and now I'm going in my space, and I'm doing my 3 double crochet. So I got 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3 sets of 2. Now I have to have my fourth. This is my fourth. So I did a set of 3, and I'm chaining 2, and I'm going back in my same space. I'm making my second set of 3 double crochets. And now there are many ways to make granny squares, so we're going to play around with some other ways. I'm going to tell you my way. Number one has always been circles because I just got into circles big time making hats and would make granny square circles. So we can do some of those too. I do love the little square. So 1, 2, I chain 2 because I'm done there. And I'm just going to do a slip stitch, and then I'm going to do a chain 2 again. I'm going to do chain 2 again. And now I'm at my corner. So I want to make my 2 sets of 3 double crochets again, because you are now using your 2 sets of 3 double crochets as a guide to tell you when you're at your corner. And that's how you do it. And I'm going to show you, I want to show you one thing to explain to you in between, okay? So you see the little corner, there it is. Okay, now we're going to do 1, 2, and then here in this little space, there's your little space, and right there, you're going to do just simply 3 double crochet. That's all you're going to do. 1, so I'm on 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to chain 2. Now I'm coming to, again, my two sets of double crochet, and there's my space. I know that's my corner. So again, I'm going to do 2 sets of the 3 double crochets. So I just wanted to point that out in case you didn't get it in the last video, because I know that's a little tricky part for people as they're going around doing their rounds of their granny squares. If you're not experienced, it could trip you up. So the key is this, to know, as you're going around, these little gaps here in the middle, they will increase. You'll go from, okay, 1 in between your corners to 2 in between your corners to 3 and 4, and like that, as the blanket gets larger and larger. Okay, so that's that for today. I wanted to share that beginning of this blanket, and we will continue. And I may jump, like I said, onto TikTok. Now, tomorrow, I am doing some volunteer work for the Guild. So now, if you're in Vermont, they are going to have tomorrow at the Milton Artists Guild, they are going to have art supplies. I am bringing a big, big bag of yarn. It's the type of yarn, I'm donating that to them. It's the type of yarn, it's yarn I've had for some time myself. And I thought I might use it to make bags or to make rugs, and I'm not using it. So that will be going up there. But I had sorted through all of the yarn I got. And so, see, the recent yarn I got that was gifted to me, I'm keeping, but now I'm gifting, and it's beautiful yarn that I'm gifting. So I think someone will get some use out of it. So, with that, I hope that you have a beautiful day. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm happy to do a video, to do a live. Just let me know. And with that, you have a beautiful, beautiful Friday.